Yes, we are studying basic parts of center lathe and their functions. So center lathe is also called as engine lathe that I have told you, and this is the first type of lathe was driven by steam engine. That's why it is called as engine lathe, and the name center lathe is derived because it has two centers between which the job is to be held and rotated. Basic parts are bed, headstock, tailstock, carriage, feed mechanism, screw cutting mechanism, main drive. So one by one we will see the parts. First one is the bed. Bed is nothing but the base of the machine. This is the bed of the machine. This bed. This base of the machine. Bed is the base of the machine, and obviously it is made by cast iron, or it is the foundation of machine and holds all other parts of the lathe in their correct relative positions. The headstock and tailstock are located. This is headstock and this is tailstock. These are mounted on the lathe bed. Headstock on the left hand side, tailstock on the right hand side. The bed and the carriage rest over the lathe bed. The carriage, this is the carriage cross slide, rest over the bed and slides on the bed. Tailstock slides, headstock is fixed no doubt, but this carriage moves left right and this cross slide moves forward and backward directions. Then second part is headstock. Headstock is secured permanently on the inner ways of the left hand end of the bed, and it provides mechanical means of rotating work at multiple speed. The headstock actually in this step pulleys are provided, and here motor is provided, and this motor transmits the power to the headstock through belt drive, and speed of the headstock can be adjusting the belt over the cone pulley or step pulley. So headstock can give multiple speed. It compromises essentially a hollow spindle and mechanism of driving and altering the spindle speed. All the parts are housed within the headstock casting. This is headstock casting. All parts are in this headstock. Then tailstock. Tailstock is situated at the right hand side of the lathe. The tailstock is located on the inner ways at the right hand end of the bed. It has two main uses. It supports the other end. Suppose job is to be held here, so this tailstock is used for supporting the job, or dead center is provided on the tailstock, and it holds the tool for performing operations like drilling, reaming, tapping. If you want to do the drilling operation, you need to remove this dead center, and in dead center insert the drill bit. That drill bit will be used for doing the drilling operations. So at that time tool is to be inserted into the tailstock. Then carriage of lathe. This is called carriage. This complete portion is called carriage. Carriage of lathe has several parts that support, move and control the cutting tool. It consists of the following parts: saddle, cross slide. This is the cross slide. Compound rest. This is the compound rest. Tool post and apron. So these are the parts of carriage. Then feed mechanism, the movement of the tool relative to the work relative to the work is termed as feed. A lathe tool may have three types of feed: longitudinal, cross and angular. When the tool moves parallel to the axis, the movement is termed longitudinal feed, means tool moving like this, that is the longitudinal feed, and is affected by the moment of carriage. And for moving the tool left right, carriage is to be used. And when tool moves right angle to the axis of the lathe, this is an axis of the lathe, tool moves perpendicularly, and it is done by cross slide. So cross slide will be used for moving the tool perpendicular to the axis of the workpiece or axis of the lathe. When the when the movement of tool by compound slide, it is swilled at an angle. This is the compound slide. If you are doing a taper turning, at that time this is to be used. So complete compound slide is swilled, turned at an angle, and this term is termed as angular feed. Cross and longitudinal feed are both band and power operated, while angular feed is only hand operated. Then screw cutting mechanism. The lead screw and the half nut mechanism are used to produce screw thread. Main drive, 7 number part is main drive. The primary motion is obtained by an electric motor that drives the spindle through a cone pulley system through an all geared drive. So these are the parts of the lathe machine. Now we will see lathe accessories. First, what do you mean by accessories? Accessories of the machine means the devices which are used on the machine for the purpose of holding, supporting the workpiece and tool. In other words, the accessories supports the machining operation. Accessories can increase machine flexibility and enable an operator to produce part easier and more accurately. Lathe machine has important accessories like chuck, mandrels, rest, face plates, centers, angle plates, etc. So chucks, as we know that 3-jaw chuck, 4-jaw chuck, it holds the workpiece and rotates the workpiece with the help of adjustable jaw. Here you can see in the figure, this is the figure of 3-jaw chuck. In 3-jaw chuck, so this jaw is adjustable one, and workpiece is to be held between these jaws. It is very important device on lathe machine. It is basically screwed or threaded on the headstock spindle. The job or workpiece which can not be mounted between the centers are easily mounted and rigidly held in chuck. There are many types of lathe chucks: 3-jaw chuck or 3-jaw or universal chuck, 4-jaw chuck, magnetic chuck. Addition to these 3, collet chucks are used on the lathe machines. So 3-jaw universal chuck, it is used for holding round and hexagonal jobs. These jaw chucks are made in common size from approximately 100 to 400 mm diameter. The jaws are opened and closed by means of chuck key, Allen key or chuck key. The screw, this nut is provided. In this here is inserting the chuck key and rotating. When you rotate this in anti-clockwise direction, jaw will open and when rotated in clockwise direction, jaw will get closed. The movement of three jaws takes place at the same time. It is made possible by a scroll plate into which three jaws fit. It is also known as self-centered jaw chuck. Means so one hole is rotating, all three jaws are coming closer and all three jaws moving away. If you rotate in clockwise direction, all jaws are come together, and in clockwise, all three jaws will move away from the centers. Four jaw chuck, four jaw independent chuck. In this, instead of three, four jaws are provided, and the main feature of this chuck is all jaws can be adjusted independently. In three jaw chuck, all jaws are coming together, moving away from the center at a time. In this jaw, each jaw moving by each body or each screw. That's why it is called as independent chuck. It can hold round, square, hexagonal as well as irregular shapes. If you want to do the eccentric turning, you can use the this four jaw chuck, a magnetic chuck. In this jaw, magnetic force to hold the workpiece. The permanent magnet or electromagnet are used to hold the job. The job which are difficult to hold in other type of chuck, it can be held by using this magnetic chuck. Only one drawback is there, it holds only ferrous jobs. Ferrous materials are attracted by the magnets. So this is the body of the jaw, and magnet is provided. Magnet attract the material and hold the workpiece. Then mandrels. Mandrels are a solid hardened round bar which hold the hollow job internally, and which is mounted between the centers. It is rotated by lathe dogs. The complete length of outside diameter is available for machining. It has 60-degree centers on both sides. It holds and locate a part from its center. Mandrels are used for turning bushes, gear blanks, pulleys, etc. I'll show you what is actually mandrel. Mandrel is a piece like this. Maybe like this, and gear or pulleys are mounted over the mandrel, and work is to be taken working or machining on the surface of the gear, and these two ends are held by two centers, maybe headstock and tailstock. So this is called mandrel. So now rest are the device used to support lengthy jobs to prevent bending. Suppose a long bed lathe is there, so this headstock and this tailstock, and work is to be held between these two centers. Since the shaft or job is longer one, if you are doing the operation, so bending may occur. So steady rest supporting the job along the length of the workpiece, that is called steady rest. The figure of that steady rest is something like this, and screws are provided, nuts are provided like this, and workpiece is inserted, and the support by this bolt is to be there. That is steady rest for supporting the long jobs. Figure is not given, but figure will be something like this. So when the job is lengthy one, so there will be chance of bending the workpiece, so giving the supports in between along the length. Now face plate. Face plate. This face plate is a round disc, has a thread inside the bore or to fit the nose of the spindle. It has T slots and other radial slots and for clamping the workpiece. Face plate is especially used for those jobs which are heavy, too large and uneven shape. So such jobs are almost very difficult to hold in 3 or 4 jaw chuck and held between the center. The plate is a reference surface and perpendicular to the axis of rotation of lathe, which can be directly mounted on face plate, and it can mounted with the help of lathe dogs and angle plates. Now centers. There are mandrels. Just after shown you the mandrel figure is given here, and the center, live center and dead center. This center is connected to the headstock, and this is generally connected to the tailstock, and this mandrel on the mandrel workpiece is mounted, and this mandrel is held between dead center and live center. So these are the centers. And angle plate. Angle plate, we know that angle plate at 90 degree. The angle plate L shape piece 90 degree. Both surfaces are 90 degree to each other and made up of cast iron. It has a slot and holes, cuts on both face and for clamping the workpiece by means of nut and bolt. This angle plate can be mounted on the face plate, and the angle plate always used along with the face plate when eccentric jobs are bolted with the help of angle plates. So these are the lathe accessories. In next lecture we will see lathe operations.